So, the past 2 years of my life were pretty brutal, at least, relative to what I have gone through before. And most of it is because obviously I had to work a lot. I had to work like 14 hours a day, but because I was having to, work all these hours and I was chasing different things than most people, I didn't really had that much of a friend group or as much socialization, and it really hit hard on me because when I was at school I wasn't that social, but I was pretty good with a lot of people, and like having that dip was really tough, but it made me realize that after going through all that I just realized that their loneliness itself is not the problem, it's the way that I perceived it. Because just like most other things, there are pros and cons of loneliness. For example, like, yeah, you might not have any socialization and people to talk to, but most of the time the people that are living your life are people that aren't really benefiting your life. Like when you first get into this self-improvement, making money space, you are not gonna have the best friends, but you're gonna have some pretty fucked up friends who are doing bad habits, who are not as ambitious as you. So it's actually a good thing that those people are going to leave your life, because it's gonna make space for the more high quality people to come into your life. And this is actually what happened to me. Like, so after this 1.5 years of loneliness and you know all that trouble, I got into this sales company, just like the third largest sales company in the world, and I found these really incredible people who are way more ambitious than me, who are very hardworking, who make like one of the guys I know there makes like 100K a month. So, and I would never been like qualified enough to be with them if I had those old friends who were not that driven and who were doing these bad habits. I could only build myself up to be good enough to hang out with them by being alone and cutting those people out. And that's really what most people get wrong about loneliness. It's not a bad thing. It's not a let me clarify that a bit, because like you could be an absolute fucking loser and still be lonely, and that's not a good thing. Like that's on you. You need to work on yourself. But if you're like just chasing different things, and that makes you lonely, then that's actually a good thing, because that is needed to get to the next level of the network that you can, and get that access to the higher quality people. So it's a temporal thing. Like for me, it went a bit longer than usual for most people. Usually, if you're like committed to yourself and you build yourself fast enough, it's gonna last like, I don't know, 4 6 months maximum. Depends on your commitment, of course. And yeah, just if you are going through something like that, just reframe your way to think that it's a good thing, okay? And just purely be biased on the positives of loneliness. Like it helps you get better friends, and also it helps you know yourself more. Like for me as well, like one of the biggest thing that happened during those 1.5 years is that I got to know myself really well, and I really became very self-sufficient, because I didn't have anyone to cope to when like my business was failing and this was fucking up, this was messing up, and I just had to solve it myself. And it's a good thing because, you know, as men, like, we have to fix our own shit. Like, no one's gonna fucking fix your life for you. And I think the only way that you could learn that truth is by actually being put in a situation where you are alone and you don't have anyone that could help you. Like, I don't think you could learn that any other way, and I'm super grateful that I learned it. It it just made me stronger, really. Just going through that 1.5 years, I can, you know, depend on myself to make money, to get fit. I trust myself more. I love myself more. I'm more confident in myself, and I just give less fucks about people. Honestly, obviously, I still care about what people think of me. Like, I'm starting uni next week, and I'm trying to, you know, look good. I'm gonna go out and get some polo shirts and stuff. So I still care, but like, it's not that much, right? I just do whatever the fuck I want, and some people are cool with it, some people are not. And I would have never learned that because if I didn't went through that period of extreme loneliness and just eating shit. And, you know, if you're going through that, just, it's gonna suck. It does suck right now, but it's gonna make your life better than all of your friends that you are jealous of right now who are socializing. All of them are wasting weeks of their life doing things that doesn't move their life forward. They're partying, they are dating girls is not a bad thing, but they're like not doing it the right way. They're spending like hours scrolling, they are jacking off, and they're just wasting their time. Meanwhile, you are, even though you're miserable, you're still doing more productive things than them. And that's good. You should use that pain and suffering you have to push yourself forward, because that's the only way that you are gonna get out of this rut. There are no shortcuts. You need to upgrade yourself to a position where you can afford to have high quality people in your life. That's the only way out. You cannot go back to your old friend group. Like, it's just gonna ruin your fucking life, because you are gonna get addicted to that comfort and you will never be able to take the risk that you have taken so far. So that's just my 2 cents of loneliness after, you know, having a phase like that for the past 1.5 years. And if you're going through something like that, you know, maybe you could reach out to me at Kaiser Klein on IG, and maybe we could have a chat. I'll like help you out with it if I can. But really, only you can help yourself get out of it. You need to upgrade yourself physically and most importantly financially, because, you know, if you want high quality people, like, it's gonna be pretty expensive to network with them. And yeah, man, good luck.